Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for coming for this presentation. This is Courage 500. I will not be on the screen, or rather my video will not be on for too long because I want to start my presentation right away and I want you to focus. So let me crack on with that. Give me a moment to share my screen and the presentation. Kindly confirm to me via chat whether or not you're able to see the screen right now so that I may crack on. Are we able to see the screen? A moment, please. Okay, so welcome to Courage 500. I'll start by explaining who we are. Courage 500 is simply an international community of foreign traders. That's just it. So if you decide to join us, you'll be joining other traders and you'll be doing very, very interesting stuff together in terms of Forex trade. What we do is Courage 500 is an affiliate of IM Mastery Academy. We pride ourselves in educating and training our members to be world-class Forex investors. The education and training is done through highly experienced traders, online resources that are completely up to date, training events, workshops, and strategic meetings. So it might interest you to find out what exactly drives us. So what drives us is the fact that we give meaning and purpose to our members. What also drives us is the fact that through the community of traders, lives are actually changing for better. Please remember that trading is a marathon. There is no rush in getting results. So everyone runs at their own pace. Everyone will have their own different story as a trader. What also drives us is the high level of positivity within the team that makes up Courage 500 and even the wider audience that is part of the IM Mastery Academy. So I have a few questions for you. How many revenue streams do you currently have? Please type out in the chat. I'm not able to see the chat, but that's not a problem. What were the answers there? Okay, I can see the chat now. All right. Wow. Okay. So how many are keen to increase their revenue streams? That will be my other question. You can also, okay. Interesting. So then I will go to the next question. What are some of the challenges you face today? You can also give that through the chat. Okay, Zana, all right. Your son, what are the challenges? And by the way, Zana, your son is what can I say, is a trader to be, a trader in the pipeline, because you're already a star in the way you give your training within the team. So yeah, income streams, right? Okay. Interesting. So let me move on. I'll move on by requesting you to please allow us as Courage 500 to welcome you to an opportunity to realign your focus. And I dare say, to even change your life. Welcome to the world of exchange. And before I move on to the next slide, I will boldly tell you that I was introduced to the world of exchange courtesy of the pandemic. So every cloud has a silver lining. This particular skill in trading was the silver lining in the hard life I was facing and hopelessness I was experiencing as a result of what the pandemic had brought into my life. So I want to say something about the Forex market. The Forex market is the largest financial market in the world in terms of trading volume, liquidity, and even value. I want to paint the picture very clearly right now. The Forex market is on a daily turnover, it is a 6.6 trillion USD market. I tell you, that is mind-boggling. So when you learn a little about trading, it means that you have the opportunity to tap into just part of this very large cake. And what you bite off is just a drop in the ocean. So through IM Mastery Academy, you get access to most of the training. The training will already be pre-recorded. The training will be live. The training will be through e-learning content that is up to date. And the training will also be through workshops and major events that are life-changing. And in fact, future determining. So there are several options that we have within IM Mastery Academy that I will discuss within this particular presentation. So the first one will be Forex. When you sign up to learn more about Forex, you'll have access to algorithm software. You'll have access to professional traders. You'll have access to the Learning Academy, which is run by IM Mastery Academy. You'll have access to a demo account, and we will show you exactly how to set up your demo account. If you're a fast learner and your confidence levels are definitely high and can be seen because numbers don't lie, then we will help you to set up a live account. The next product will be the binary options. The binary options allows you to make money in minutes, exactly as I'm putting it. This is simply Forex. I want to put it this way. These are my own words. This is simply Forex on steroids. This is designed for busy people. This is designed for people that love high adrenaline. You want to find results immediately and move on to the next thing and make your decisions or move on to your other businesses that bring you extra revenues. So also here you'll have access to the algorithm software. You'll have access to professional traders, Learning Academy, demo account. And once again, we will guide you on exactly how to set up a live account. Then of course, this is all the rage in the world right now. And some governments really, really do not like cryptocurrency. But the turnover is now at almost 1 trillion per day. And it's only going to go up. With cryptocurrency, if you decide to tap into this particular area of interest, you will enjoy it so much because the market opens 24/7. And yes, despite some governments not liking cryptocurrency, the global acceptance is slowly increasing. So once again, you have access to specialized applications that help you become successful as you trade in cryptocurrency. You have access to algorithm software. Again, you have access to professional traders. You have access to the Learning Academy. You have access to a demo account. And we once more help you to set up a live account. In other words, and I say this without any fear of contradiction, you will be spoon-fed to find success. And that your success is very important to us and is very important to each team member. Because the way Courage 500 is designed, the basic need of this particular community is to elevate every member. If you feel you need a space where you need to elevate and change the way you look at how you need to make money or grow your wealth, then this is the right platform. Okay, so let's move ahead. So with these particular options that I have shared, it is possible for you to do your trading from multiple devices. This then explains the title of this particular slide. You trade on the move and you trade from anywhere. Your only challenge, which is a very simple one, is to gain internet access. And that's easy. If you have to make money, then gaining internet access is a walk in the park. So right now, I would like to invite one of the members to give a testimony on her journey within Courage 500. She marked her 1-year anniversary today. So it was ideal that I was to get her on this particular call. Please step in, Roxanne. You can unmute and share your experience with us, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, just a moment. I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
And you should be able to see me now.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. First of all, let me say thank you for this opportunity to share, and the information that you have been sharing from you started the presentation kind of reminded me of why I decided to be a part of this amazing team and to be a part of this amazing opportunity. As Aloyo shared, I've been a part of this team for a year now today. And it was when the first wave of the pandemic hit Jamaica, and I was home wondering, what am I going to do with myself? I need to be making some money. I need to be learning about financial literacy. And a particular gentleman that I had reached out to probably like 2 or 3 years before that for mentorship. But at the time when I reached out to him, I had no clue what I wanted to do with myself. So I kind of just let that fade in the background, but I always kept in communication with him still. His name is Nathaniel Pete, and I'm not sure how many people are familiar with that name, but I saw him post on his status about an opportunity to learn how to generate an income, to learn how to trade. And I messaged him, I'm like, what is this about? And he invited me to a presentation, much like the one that you are listening to now. And I was blown away by the information. I saw the value in it, but I was very skeptical. And you can understand, being from Jamaica, where anything that's outside of the norm is labeled a scam. And being a student, not necessarily having ready access to money like that. Mind you, I had the money sitting on for about a week. But I started doing some research, asking a bunch of questions, and then I'm like, I don't think I have anything to lose except money. And I was probably going to lose that money doing God, he knows what. So I took the plunge, and here we are a year later. When you become a part of this opportunity, it's so much more than trading. Initially, I came just to learn to trade, but through this team, through this opportunity, I'm becoming a better leader, I'm becoming a better person, I'm becoming a better trader, and I'm now able to share with persons what I'm learning. And I'm definitely looking forward to the years to come, because there's no turning back at this point. It can only get better from this point. So I say, give it a shot. And we are waiting to welcome you. We're waiting to support you, because that's what we do in Courage 500. You will not regret this decision. And opportunities are never lost. They're just given to other people. So that's what I want to give to you today.
Thank you so much, Roxanne. Thank you. So you've had that testimony. It'll have been a pleasure for me also to give you mine, but that can be for another day, or we could also speak on the side for me to also give you my journey coming into Forex trading. So the next slide is about what the future really holds. It is in my view that the future actually lies in your hands. The decision to invest in yourself is also within your control. I want to also add that the knowledge that money doesn't grow on trees, but the fact that you have the opportunity to learn how to make it grow is something that is really profound if you looked at it critically. That said, I will now proceed to break down what is required of you to join the Courage 500 family. So before I proceed as well, I want us to discuss 3 ways you can find success. So one of the ways is to start compounding with a small investment. So the simple meaning of compounding is that once you are confident that you can trade, you start with whatever little amount you have, which you do not withdraw at all for a particular period of time, preferably 90 days, at least. So as the amount continues to grow, you will be building your wealth. Compounding is the easiest way, or let me put it this way, compounding is the secret to wealth creation. The next point is that there is an opportunity to learn without funding your own trading account. I also want to explain this. We have spoken about demo accounts in each of the categories that have already been discussed. So when you become very proficient within your demo account, you will be thrown at a certain challenge will be thrown at you in case you are interested in being signed up to a funding account. So what happens in that particular kind of scenario is that you're given a timeline and your demo account has starts off with an opening balance of an agreed amount, and within a particular period of time, say 2 weeks or 1 month, you need to achieve a certain minimum profit level. If you do that consistently, then you'll be signed up for a funding account. That then explains how we already have partners as Courage 500 who are ready to give such outstanding individuals a starting amount of 10,000 USD for their funding account. May I make it clear that this is not money you're being given to go out. This is not lottery. What happens in this case is that you still need to achieve with that amount given, you still need to achieve a certain minimum level of profit, but the profit is split in a certain way. And therefore, this marks your exit from any financial mess you might be in. And I want to assure you that this is working, this is real, and this is something that is changing the lives of key members within Courage 500, and many others are in the pipeline to try and achieve success and gain access to a funded account. This is not a myth, it is reality. And you have access to this opportunity. Let's take note of this. 60% of people globally, 60% of people work for someone. 35% of people work for themselves. Then 4% of people are business owners. That leaves only a 1% of the population globally that will have the investor mindset. If you play your cards right, it is possible for you to develop an investor mindset. I dare say as well, because this is something many of the educators tell us within our training forums. If you do not come from a wealthy family and you learn how to trade well, then a wealthy family will come from you. So what does it take to join this? So once you decide to join, there'll be a one-to-one mentorship. They say it's 7 days. I say it's more than 7 days because I am still being mentored and I'm almost hitting 1 year within Courage 500. There's a Telegram support group and members who are within Courage 500 enjoy the experience of learning and earning. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. It is happening. We are doing it. So the cost of a basic pack, I started by explaining about FRX, I started by explaining about HFX, and then DCX, that is the cryptocurrency. For the first time, for you to join the first time for FRX, you'll pay 235 USD. Every other month to renew your subscription will be 175 USD. Currently for HFX and DCX, there is an offer of 199 USD if you get in now. And then every other month, you'll also pay $175. There are people within this forum right now who may already be excited by this particular opportunity. No problem. And so they understand FRX, they understand HFX, they understand DCX, and perhaps they want to grab everything. What does it take to have all the three? So if you want to have all the three, then the membership, if you want to sign up now, is 325 USD, and every month you'll be renewing with 275 USD. There is something now I want to cover in this particular section. But if you have any questions, please type them out in the chat or unmute and just ask the question and I will answer you. So what I want to say is, what I want to clarify at this point in time is the fact that it is possible for you to do away with the monthly subscriptions. But while saying that, I'll also give a disclaimer. The introduction of people into Courage 500 is not compulsory. We have many members that have joined us with a keen interest in learning how to trade, and they only focus on trading and they make so much money, so they are able to pay their monthly subscription without feeling any pinch. However, if you invite two people that remain active within Courage 500, then your monthly subscription is off the table. So please take note of that. Any questions that you may have, you could type in the chat. No problem. No questions. So I'm assuming that the presentation was clear to you and you have no further questions. So please also take a moment to visit our website for more information. Feel free to reach out to me, and feel free to also follow us on Instagram. And as I always say, it was Courage 500 that made me make the bold move to join and sign up to Instagram. So those are some of the changes that I consider positive that I've got from Courage 500, apart from learning the skill of Forex trade. I will now want to move on to another interesting area, and it will not take much time. It will just be a teaser of some of the things we actually do within Courage 500. But so the first area I would like to touch on is on what I mentioned as compounding. I want to demonstrate to you the power of compounding right this minute. So I'll stop sharing this particular screen and I'll move on to another. So basically, let me sign out and then I'll sign back in. So basically, this is my account. I will get back to it shortly. What I wanted to show you is this. So for example, if you say, well, I want to join, but I don't know how to start. I I don't know how I'm going to manage trading live. It sounds very expensive, or please show me how I'm going to grow my money. So let's assume that we are starting your live account with even just $100. And we want to grow this $100 by 5%. And as I said, let's work with a minimum of 90 days. So we're working with 90 days. Daily reinvest rate means that you are removing nothing from your account from what you've made. Sometimes when you make something, someone decides, okay, I'll remove 50% of what I've made today. But daily reinvest rate will now be 100%. Do we include weekends? No. So you have time to make money and you have time to rest. Let's see what the values will be after 90 days of increasing $100 by 5%. I click on calculate now. If you increase the $100 by a minimum of 5% for 90 days without fail, at the end of the 90 days, you'll have 8,000 USD. If this sounds strange, okay, before I talk about it sounding strange, this is the breakdown of exactly how that money is growing for every single day. When you make the $5 on the first day, the total principal will be $105, and the next day, the 5% of the total principal amount will have increased. So your risk factor, even when trading, because when you say you want to increase the amount by 5%, it is also the amount you are willing to lose when you're trading. Let's get that very clear, because in trading, you win some and you lose some. But in this case, we are assuming that you'll actually be able to make that minimum of 5% of your principal amount on a daily basis. So this is how it flows until it reaches that amount. All right. So it is possible as well for you to change the daily interest rate, the percentage to 2%, to 1%. It is up to you. Maybe you have started with 1,000 USD or 2,000 USD. Then you could feel like, okay, let me just work with 1%. I'm happy with whatever I have put in my live account. I only want to increase it by 1%. That will still work. Let's try that 1%. So we are doing 1,000 USD at 1% for 90 days. Daily reinvest is 100%. We again calculate. The 1,000 USD will have made 2,448 within 90 days. My point is this: it sounds very little for 1,000 USD, but it's because you did 1%. However, let's also realize that the bank will never, ever give you such an interest rate. My case is closed. Let me not go too much into this, but I'm tempted to tease you a little further. So if I made 2,448, I'll decide, okay, fine. Let me thank myself for this hard work by spending 448. So let's change this to 2,000. So I move forward the 2,000. I have kept the 448 for my own personal use. Let's see what it will become now. Now, after another 90 days, it's now at 4,000. And it is growing slowly, apparently, because we have stuck to the daily interest rate of 1%. If we turn it to 5%, things will go very crazy right here. And I will do it. Can you see that? 161,000 USD. Okay. Please, if you want to see me aside to explain this further, we can do that. So let me now go to my Go Live account for you to actually get a feel of exactly what happens there. So right here is where we go to have an interaction with our educators. The educators will be live, and the educators will also have their recorded sessions stored within this particular channel. In this case, I'll go to HFX because I'm in HFX myself. So I'll simply go to where I belong. So within HFX, these particular trainers here are live right now. But even as this one loads, we are able to see that these are the other trainers, educators, who have given their schedule for the week. It means that you are able to work around any particular educator that you like. And even if you do not know them, you'll be scheduling yourself around the time when these particular educators are available to you. So that is very convenient. So for example, just for example, let's go and check out this particular couple here. What are they talking about? We'll just do it for a second. It's still loading.
See here. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Let me refresh. There we go. All right. Yes, I will favor this call. Did your schedule change?
Okay, I'll stop it there because, so this is an educator that is about to get into teaching people a few skills, and before the end of the session, they will all trade together with the participants. So this then supports what we say, that we also encourage our members to copy, paste, and profit. So even if you're coming in and you feel like, oh my goodness, I don't have the time to start learning this, we will hold your hand and we will teach you how to copy and paste and profit. And therefore, because of repetition, you'll get to hear these things all the time. The skill set of becoming a trader will start sinking in effortlessly. All right. So I want to go to another dimension as well. This is now where we have the e-learning platform. And this is the last one I'm showing you, but it should be enough to actually just show you that we really have something good going on. All right. So that is me right there. I then decide to go into the academies. Within the academies, I'll also go into HFX because that's my area. And there are different languages that are covered within this particular one, because you can also see there's HFX for Spanish language. So I'll click on the one for English. So let me start with this particular one, just for you to see how it is. So this is for you to study and learn and get trained at your own pace. Since I'm an education and training consultant in my other life, this is exactly what is referred to as self-paced learning. I mean, it is brilliant. Okay, let me go to it.
How's it going, everyone? This is Ness. And over the next few videos, what we're going to do is we're going to cover exactly what Forex is all about, so that way you can truly master high-frequency Forex later. So let's first talk about the evolution of money. Before, back in the days, what we used to do was barter. What does that mean? In order for us to exchange goods for other goods, right, or exchange commodities.
Okay, that is enough. But anyway, there are so many titles available. I mean, it's crazy. There's so much. I mean, it is up to you to determine how fast you want to learn in order to find your own success. This then also explains why I said your future is in your hands. Because this platform gives you everything. Absolutely everything. All right? So that said, I am done with showing you a demo of how we enjoy ourselves as we learn within this particular site. I think the last thing I will do is to also show our website, which has a lot of information as well. So courage500.com is our website. We are a global trading group. Please visit this website to actually get information after this presentation. All right. So with a few minutes to go to the top of the hour, I welcome you to ask me any questions. I will stop share and I will turn on my video. If there are any questions, please ask them right away. If there are none, I will thank each one of you for having taken the time to attend this training, this presentation. Thank you so much and be blessed. Kwaheri, that's Swahili for bye. Thank you.